Before I answer to that question, you are here at this inaugural high-level Women Leadership Summit, and we are very happy to be holding this after the successful hosting of SADC Summit in Zimbabwe. And as women, as the Ministry of Women Affairs, community small and medium enterprises, our job is to listen. This is a listening government. We are grateful to our president's mantra, which says you need to involve everybody. So we listen to the women, we listen to the stakeholders, and that's why we have come up with this wonderful high-level Women Leadership Summit, which doesn't just bring leaders from the public sector, but actually women from all sectors. You've seen women from private sector, you've listened to solidarity messages from development partners, you've listened from even male champions. I'm happy we do. We're working together with our male champions to break the glass ceiling so that we can have more women leadership in the top. So in terms of interventions, in terms of policies, the National Gender Policy is talking to the importance of empowering a woman from the grassroots level. At this high level Women Leadership Summit, we do have women from the grassroots because our work is to make sure that we empower all women, starting from the grassroots all the way to the top. You have seen women even from the defense forces. Brigadiers, generals are here, women. And we have seen that development partners, UN Women, UNFPA, UNDP, they are all working together with us. And we, in our role as the Ministry of Women Affairs, our role is of coordination. And I must say, the ground has been created by our president, Dr. E.D. Mutsvangwa, to remove all that which was there, animosity, and where there was that perception that NGOs, when they're in this country, they are doing their own things. We are making sure that we coordinate as a Ministry of Women Affairs all what is done to empower women. So we empower women through training, we empower women through funding, because we all understand that if they are going to start a new business, they need support, not just funding, but also technical support. And this is the support which we are getting from our development partners, from our NGOs, from all women in coalition in Zimbabwe. We are working with every woman. So in terms of policies, the National Gender Policy is very important. We're reviewing it, and we are also looking at how we can make the good constitution which we have. It's a female document, that constitution. But what is important is not just to have a good constitution which enshrined provisions for women's rights, but it's actually to make sure that what is enshrined in that constitution is upheld. So we are here today, all people from all walks of life, women in leadership. This is high-level women. We are here to make sure that for the next 2 days we discuss those issues. We first of all look at the success stories, because there's a lot of success. We are also celebrating success. The president has appointed a number of female ministers, deputy ministers, and high-level attorney general in this country for the first time ever is a woman, and the prosecutor general is a woman, first ever. And we can see a lot of women who have been appointed by our president. That shows the commitment of our president in making sure that women are empowered. So issue of technical support, financial support, training, to just make sure you just can't give somebody money without training them. So that is where we bring in our interventions. There is a lot more support which is coming from the private sector, as you have seen. I mean, this a high-level summit would not have been possible without the support we got from private sector. And we are very grateful. We are also working together with Parliament, because we want those leaders who are in Parliament, especially women members of Parliament, to be a source of inspiration for young girls, for example, because politics is very important. We start from there. We are saying women in this country, when they are empowered, when we remove gender-based violence, when we instill confidence in the women of this country, the economy of this country will grow. Because when we talk of women empowerment and we talk of gender parity, it's not just a human rights issue. This is an economic issue. We need women. Everyone is born by a woman, and so women leadership starts there. There's the beginning of leadership. So we can leave that leadership as we move our country forward. That is the only way we can develop as a nation and achieve Vision 2030.
So, Honorable Minister, during
Yes.
the SADC summit, the issue of early child marriages has been raised as a challenge in Africa. As Zimbabwe, what are you doing to end early child marriages and implementing the SADC model to protect children in marriage?
I'm very happy because the SADC model law, I was part of that, putting it together when I was vice president of SADC Parliamentary Forum. That's where the SADC model law on early child marriages. And we are saying if we don't stop this giving away our girl children, we are losing a talent. Everybody is born with something, and we are saying it's important for parents, starting from the community. That's why we involve, you saw traditional leaders in the room, you saw religious leaders, you saw community leaders. The importance of making sure that girl children are given an opportunity to go to school. There has been a lot of deliberate policies put by the government of independence from 1980. Remember, before independence, very few women were going to school. But there have been deliberate policies put by government to make sure that girl children also go to school. You have also seen that we have got a group of women who are STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And these are the teams which we are working with to encourage young girls to say you can do it, and we want to promote more of our girls to do that. So when it comes to making sure that the communities don't allow any family to send a child away for a marriage as a child, you know that nobody can be married before the age of 18. It's a criminal thing now, which is a very progressive law which we have in our country. And we are saying we have, as a ministry, we have structures from the national level all the way to the ward level. So we have provincial development officers, we have got district development officers, we've got ward development officers, and their job is to make sure that they look into communities and see where a child is being abused, where a child is being sent off for marriage. That will not allow. We are working hard. Of course, we still have to get more tools of trade to make sure that our staff are all equipped, but they're working together. It's not our ministry working alone, but it's a whole government approach. The Ministry of Health and Child Care works closely with us. The Ministry of Social Welfare works with us, because in times like this, where we have an induced El Nino-induced drought, we have to make sure that we get people food. Because it is always in times of drought and because of hunger that children are sent off for marriage. And this is what we are making sure that all members of the communities are given food, those who haven't managed to harvest anything from the fields because of the induced drought. So this is where our ministry comes in, working together with all the other ministries. It's a whole government approach. Yeah.